Hello everybody, I am AR Mar, and what I watched today is Book 1, Episode 6 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, titled Imprisoned. This episode started off lighthearted with some jokes between Sokka and the gang, and then got really serious. This one really seemed to be hammering home that these kids are in a war. And I really liked that. I mean, the last episode was really fun, but it kind of lost the idea of just like what the stakes were, and this episode served to really hammer them home again. Well, we need lighthearted episodes like that to to keep it from getting too dark. It's still good to remind us that there are stakes, and this is something that we have to worry about. It starts off with Katara and the gang meeting this kid who's practicing his earthbending in secret. Later they find out that his village is occupied by the Fire Nation, and they are rounding up any earthbenders they find and shipping them away to an unknown place. It's interesting to see the Fire Nation oppressing a village, this palpable fear in the way the people act. There is a point later though when he uses his earthbending to save an old man, and the old man turns around and turns him in. I mean, for the first couple seconds after I saw that, I was pissed. This old man just turned around and turned in the kid who saved his life. But then I remembered these guys are terrified of the Fire Nation. All of their warriors have been dragged away to some unknown place. They don't know if they're alive or not. And yeah, so I can kind of see in that kind of situation, with that kind of fear, why he would have turned this kid in. After all, there would have been that fear there. If I don't turn him in, am I going to be punished instead? And while that's not the most noble thing, I can understand why. Now, the prison itself was kind of a neat idea. A metal prison out in the middle of the ocean where the earthbenders had nothing to work with until they were given something. But it was an interesting idea, and for the most part, without the Avatar's intervention, it would have worked. The thing I love most about this episode is that all of the plans, all the clever stuff, it's all coming from Katara again. Admittedly, that seems to be a pattern so far, but she was really strong in this episode. It was her insistence and unwillingness to give up that rallied the earthbenders to fight back. It was her plan that got them the coal they needed to fight back. She was very strong in this episode. She was even willing to fight even without the earthbenders. So I really loved that moment. So yeah, it was a really strong episode. The earthbenders managed to, break free from the Fire Nation there. I'm hoping their village will have a good future and not get destroyed in a retaliatory strike, but we'll see if they address that at all later. Anyhow, it was a really strong episode and I had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the next one for sure. Y'all have a nice night.